verse 7, since he mentioned it.
This is the book of Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7. And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud.
He cheweth not the cud means he can't digest properly. Okay, go ahead.
He is unclean to you.
So he's unclean. So keep going.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you.
So they're unclean. So if you think about it, like we talked to somebody a long time ago and he was saying science, I don't believe in science, blah, blah. But it's actually, you can back that up with science. 90-something% of pigs have parasites. 90-something% of bacon, sausage, pork chops, all that, 90-something% of it has feces in it.
That's
So
why
would
it's
we-
the cheapest meat.
That's why it's the cheapest meat, right?
Yeah.
So if you told somebody, hey, you want to try this hot dog, but it has shit in it, they're not gonna eat that, right?
Yeah.
But it does, and the majority of people don't know that it does, right? Give me Isaiah 66:16. So some people say though, or what I've heard a lot when it comes to that, like I tell them, okay, well, you know you're not supposed to eat pork. That's one of the commandments. And like we read, 1 John 5:3 says, if you love God, what do you have to do?
Keep his commandments.
Keep his commandments, right? So, but then some people say, nah, well, that's in the Old Testament, or we don't have to do that anymore. So go ahead and read that.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 16. For by fire and by a sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
So it's talking about when Christ comes back, right? Go ahead.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many. Go ahead.
They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens, behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination, and the mouse, shall be consumed together, saith the Lord.
So consumed together means destroyed, right? So it's saying anybody who's trying to purify themselves, like there's certain people that'll go off of certain other, what do you call them, like philosophies, and they think, oh, well, I just gotta be a good person, and that's how I'm purifying myself. Or I just gotta spread love, spread kindness, whatever, and they're not going by the word, you know? That would be purify themselves. So it said those that purify themselves, those that eat swine's flesh and the mouse and the abomination, they're gonna be consumed together. And they're talking about when Christ comes back. So that means we still got to keep the laws that were in the past. If it said in the Old Testament, give me actually Luke 24:44. So this is in the Old Testament, but it's a prophecy about the end times. When Christ comes back, he's going to destroy these types of people, and we got to make sure we're not those types of people. You know what I'm saying?
This is the book of Luke, chapter 24, and verse 44. And he said unto them, These are the words which I spake unto you,
So it's Christ. Go ahead.
while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled,
So all things that must be fulfilled, right? Go ahead.
which were written in the law of Moses, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me.
So all these things got to be fulfilled is what he's saying. And that's out of Christ's mouth himself. So if they said in Isaiah that people eating pork and eating mice and all these abominations are going to be destroyed, well, he just said, exactly, right? He's just backing it up in the New Testament. And that's out of Christ's own mouth.